From aspirin to who lies in state to daylight saving time, it was another very busy week of news, both nationally and locally.
So here's our Verified team with this week's roundup.
It was a busy week of fact-checking for us here at Verify. Let's get you caught up on our top stories, including who decides when someone lies in state, the latest recommendations for aspirin, and if states can opt out of daylight saving time.
Former Secretary of State Colin Powell died Monday from complications from COVID-19.
It's customary for distinguished individuals to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. But does Congress make the call to decide if Powell, who was the nation's first black Secretary of State, gets the same honor? Let's verify. These are our sources. The architect of the Capitol says lying in state is a given for all presidents and former presidents. But for any other government official, it's up to their families and Congress. So it's true that Congress gets to make the call, but so far, neither Powell's family nor Congress has said whether Powell will receive the same honor. Next, the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force issued new guidelines about using aspirin that could affect millions of people. Verify viewer Charles asked us to help clear up if low-dose aspirin is still recommended to prevent heart disease. So let's verify. Here are our sources. The task force's decision to stop recommending aspirin to prevent heart disease was based on how aspirin affects the body. New data shows it only has a small impact on preventing first heart attacks and puts patients at a greater risk of major bleeding. Also, newer medicines do a better job at controlling the causes of heart attacks, especially in younger patients.
Science has told us we need to make different decisions about whom we use aspirin in and when.
So, it's false that low-dose aspirin is recommended to prevent heart disease for most adults. The new guidelines don't apply to adults who already have heart disease or were already prescribed a daily aspirin. And as always, talk with your doctor before making any changes. Don't forget, it'll soon get darker earlier when 48 states end daylight saving time on November 7th. But can states opt out of the annual clock change? Let's verify by going straight to these sources. Time in the U.S. is governed by the Uniform Time Act of 1966, which established when daylight saving time would start and end. It also gave states the choice to opt out, which is why Arizona and Hawaii don't change their clocks. So it's true, states can opt out of semi-annual clock change and stay on standard time year-round. However, if a state wants to stay on DST all year, then that would take an act of Congress, which hasn't happened yet. We fact-check more claims about Social Security, electric cars, and whether masks are recyclable. You can find those stories and more on our website, verifythis.com, and on our social media pages at VerifyThis. I'm Brandon Lewis with your weekly roundup from Verify.